Is getting with femboys straighter than getting with actual girls? Here's my argument. Let's talk a life cycle of a femboy. They're born, obviously, it's a dude. That's a guy. We can all agree on that. Go through the stages of life, elementary school, they're probably gay. Nothing wrong with that, Pride Month. Hey, my neighbors, they got pride flags outside. I fully support.
Yeah!
Middle school comes, probably still gay, but probably thinking like, being gay is not enough. I don't want to be a dude. I want to be a girl. So then, fast forward, high school, they're probably making that transition. Or back in middle school, they made the transition depending on the life cycle. And also depending on, I feel like money is a big factor, but for obvious reasons. But by the time they're an adult, I'm talking college level. I'm talking college level for both of these. By the time they're in college, that's full-fledged femboy. You can't tell the difference. The girl or guy that's a girl. You look at it, you go, oh yeah, that's a girl. Everybody knows. Everybody can see that. It's clear as day. And then once they reach that step in the life cycle, they're probably now gonna want to mess with dudes because they found themselves. They found out what they want, so they're gonna do what they want because they have done everything to themselves that they've wanted to do. Now, here comes an actual girl. Their life cycle is more born a girl. Obviously, they're doing this from the jump. They grow up, they do whatever. I'm not a girl, so I don't know. I have a sister, but she's way older than me, so I don't really, know anything about that. But I assume it goes kind of like a straight guy, just living life, grow up, glow up, try your best to be the best version of yourself. But now let's talk stats, statistics. For a girl, now this might sound crazy, but let's all be honest in this video, okay? Girl's probably gonna lose, first time cracking, because we're talking about to crack. First time cracking, a girl's probably doing that, high school, maybe, college. That's time when that's prime time. But, there's always from where I grew up, a lot of people were doing it like late middle school, early high school. And they were just racking up stats, getting better and better at it. By the time they got to the college level, they're seasoned. They're seasoned veterans at this. Now let's look at the other side of the argument, the femboy side, the side that I agree with. If a femboy, you have to think about it. A femboy has to go through so much more to find out who they are. By the time they're in college, they're just now going to be wanting to crack. If you think about it. So they're going to have no experience. They're not going to be racking it. They're going to have no stats on the board. They've just been put in the game. They've just been drafted. So this is why I think that it's straighter to crack a femboy than to crack a girl, is because if you crack a girl, you're technically in where another dude was, right? And I don't like to put my thing where another dude's thing was, sharing draws, that's weird. I can't do that. Anything like that, sharing pants, can't do that, anything. I mean, you have to wash it a good few times before I'm cool with wearing your pants. Cause I don't want to put my thing where your thing was. That's gay. Think about it. I don't even like to shower in my homeboy's house. Cause that's a little weird. I'd rather just shower on mine. But then if you think about it, a femboy, they have no stats on the board. They have nothing at all. So you decide, I'm going to get with a femboy. It's not gay because you're not where another dude was. And that's not a dude, that's a girl. You have to be nice. If you're not nice, then you don't support. That's messed up. Whoa, come on, dude. That's a girl right there. So, messing with the femboy is straighter because you're not where another dude was. You're not putting your thing in another dude's, now, obviously there's other types of femboys out there that might be a little crazy, but I'm talking about the majority. And I think that it's 100% less gay because you're not where another dude was. For a girl, you're exactly where another dude was. There's probably guys that have videos, dudes that have so much dirt on her, and she's probably sent videos and everything, probably been seen in all that. But a femboy hasn't been through any of that. A femboy's been through none of it. A femboy is just now getting started, or maybe you're the only one. You never know, because femboys do have, the femboy death, where you can't stay with them forever, because then it does just get to be a dude, in which that makes you gay. And, I don't want to be gay. I'm not gay. Getting with a femboy is not gay, but getting with a dude is gay. Mm-hmm. And there's no femboys once you get past 40. There might be couple, but it's heat death. It's heat death for them once they get that age, So I'd say you can only be cracking femboys for so long. That's why it's so hard, because there's a limited number of them. It only gets to a certain point. You get between 18 and maybe 30, maybe 35 if you're really stretching it. And that's the femboys that have money, the femboys that are doing all the things right. They know what they're doing. I'd say 35 at the latest, but there's new technologies coming out. This is a good thing, because we might be extending how long a femboy can be a femboy for, because we have new technologies coming out. We have cosmetics that could change your appearance. You could be anyone who you want to be. We could probably have femboys living till 50, 60 years old with the new technologies that are coming out, if you really think about it. So I think that in the future, people will agree with me. I'm seeing it now, but in the future, people will start agreeing with me. It's just because, femboys, they don't live for too long now. By the time I'm 30 years old, I'm 18 right now. By the time I'm 30, 40 years old, femboys are probably going to be, one, all over the place, obviously, and two, they're going to be living for just as long as normal people. I mean, obviously that startup, I don't think it's ever going to go away. They might be able to shorten that, but I don't think it's ever going to go away. But the late stages of femboy, that's going to get extended from 35 to 60 years old, just due to the fact that, look at Cher. Cher, she's not a femboy, she's a girl, but I mean, you see how young she looks, and she's not, and she's what, 90? Something like that. She's old as dirt, but I mean, she looks great.
Yeah, that wasn't a great example. My bad.
I feel like we're going to be able to do that for femboys and have them look like they're in their prime for 20, 30 years. We're not only going to extend the life of femboys, but it's also going to be straighter in the future, as I feel like it's straight now. But that's because I'm so ahead of y'all. Yeah, I seen something. I seen it in a dream. I know. I had a vision from the future. I know that femboys, I'm back. I know that femboys, there isn't a comeback to be made. They're just going to be a thing. And people are going to agree with me. I'm calling it now. You just have to look to the future. Look ahead, and you will see that I am right. Yeah. So I know that I haven't posted in a while, and sorry. I had school. I never got a job, still unemployed. Pretty cool. But I'm gonna try to start posting more. I mean, we'll see if I come up on that, because I made a couple videos talking about how I was gonna post more, and then I never posted those videos. Excuse me. But I will definitely be trying to get back on that grind. You know, I just felt like making a video, so I popped outside of my car and started making it. And I feel like I should do that more often. I'm gonna try to get back on a normal posting schedule. Uh Hope you like my talk. If you like the video, please comment and subscribe. Like and subscribe. But comment. I really like comments. I don't care about the other stuff. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.